A few words of Torah on this Shabbat Eve. Our Torah portion is Vayigash. I often hear people say that the Orthodox way of life guarantees Judaism's survival. I hear this argument from all manners of Jews, from Reform, Conservative, and Orthodox Jews. The notion is that only strict observance an unwavering commitment to the commandments guarantees the Jewish future. I believe this is false. I understand when I hear this argument from Orthodox Jews. They should believe that their commitments are the true path. It saddens me, however, when I hear this from fellow Reform Jews, because it suggests a lack of faith in our own chosen path. Our path is about change and embracing change as part of our Jewish identity. This week, we conclude the story of Joseph and his brothers. Joseph has framed his brothers by hiding a goblet in his brother Benjamin's bag. And Joseph accuses the brothers of thievery and threatens to jail Benjamin. Rather than allowing Benjamin to be carted away and made a slave, as they did to Joseph so many years ago, Judah draws near to Joseph and begs that his younger brother be spared. Judah pleads, and I quote our Torah portion, "Therefore, please let your servant remain as a slave to my Lord instead of this boy. And let the boy go back with his brothers, for how can I go back to my father unless the boy is with me? Let me not be witness to the woe that would overtake my father." In that moment, Joseph realizes his brothers, and in particular his brother Judah, have indeed changed. The rabbis are forgiving of Joseph's machinations. They believe he devised a legitimate test of his brothers. How else could he determine if given the opportunity, would they once again get rid of their father's favorite son, or this time, would they make a different choice? Would they defend Benjamin, even though years earlier they had betrayed Joseph? The only true test of tshuva shlema, of complete repentance, according to the rabbis, is to find oneself in the exact same situation, but this time make a different choice. And this is how Joseph discovers that his brothers have done the hard work of repentance. The Torah states, "And Judah drew near, Vayigash elav Yehudah." Judah has changed. It is clear evidence of tshuva shlema, of complete repentance. It is instructive that Judah is the spokesperson for the brothers. It is he who had earlier suggested that they sell Joseph into slavery rather than killing him. Years later, Judah has become a different man. He has changed. And change is central to his character. And it should also be defining of our own. In fact, it is from the name Judah that the term Jew derives. The origin of the term is one who descends from Judah. Why then do we not see change as the characteristic of being a Jew? Why do we believe that never changing is what guarantees a Jewish future? Instead, we should embrace change. Change is part of our Jewish DNA. It is what guarantees the survival of Jacob and his descendants. Judah's repentance is what ensures that he and his extended family will survive the famine that is now plaguing the area. And yet, most people are afraid of change. We want to remain like yesterday. We mythologize the past. We bristle at change and demonize the future. We say things like, back in my day, people didn't. Or, as I recently told our religious school students, when I was your age, not only did I not have a computer, but they weren't even invented. And you know what? I did not think I was missing out on anything. How long will we, for example, pretend that online praying and singing is no longer just a temporary fix, but instead a fixture of our future? I get it. Well, we might recognize that individuals can change. We are reticent to believe that the institutions around which we build our lives must also adapt. We want to say, let my synagogue be just as I remember it. Let my children's Judaism be just as I learned it in Hebrew school. But such thoughts are fantasy. Nothing is really as we remember it. We pretend that we live in a never-changing present. But change is what should define us. Let us look to Judah for inspiration. Let us embrace change and gain solace from the strength of character it requires. Change is who we are. It is our very name. To be a Jew, to be descendants of Judah, is to embrace and welcome change.